India houses nearly 20% of the world child population. With respect to the statistics collected from the National Crime Records Bureau, the incidence of juvenile crimes and crimes against children have been constantly increasing, due to which it is important to rehabilitate and reform the children to prevent them from being potential criminals in the future. Hi, I'm Abisha Mary Thomas, and my thesis topic is Juvenile Correction and Rehabilitation Center. Warm greetings to one and all. As a part of my thesis program, I have chosen a site at Idiki which is already a government proposal for the juveniles. Idiki is the only district in Kerala which doesn't provide a juvenile care center in the state. The only center that provides facilities for girls is in Kozhikode. Therefore, I have been planning on an inclusive campus for both girls and boys. The site is located at Moolamattam, Idiki. It is a 16.4-acre land situated north of Todupuzha River. My first literature study was on Woodside, a juvenile center in the US. It is a 30-bed juvenile detention center. The initial planning of the building consisted of an entrance followed by their accommodation and academic at the top. This was very disturbing to their day-to-day activities. The new plan, however, is focused on the central courtyard along with other recreational activities with maximum visual connectivity. The basic zoning have been changed to the ground being their academic and the first floor their accommodation. My second literature was on One Kid's Place, North Bay, Canada. They had a more inclusive outlook towards the design. It is more of a counseling and rehabilitation space rather than a detention center. They have used glass, wall gardens, open spaces, and play of light and shadows in their design to help in the enhancement of the child's psychology. They were also keen in making their structures sustainable. For my life case study, I've considered Government Children's Home Trivandrum and Thrissur respectively. At Trivandrum, it consists of Special Home, Observation Home, Children's Home and Aftercare Home. The horizontal planning of the building helped in controlling the movement within the campus and ensure more safety for the children. It also ensures certain privacy and security. They have focused on radial planning to ensure more surveillance. Government Children's Home Thrissur is located at Ramavarmapuram, Thrissur. The site is well connected to public transportation. Here we can see that the public, semi-public and private spaces are well defined. As Trivandrum, here also they have considered radial planning for their structures. After analyzing my case studies and literature studies, the conclusion that I have arrived are: the contour site helps in better visual connectivity. Radial arrangement helps in better security. Circular movement helps in visual contact and security. Low-rise buildings are preferred by the users. All the basic amenities need to be provided. Playgrounds need to be given. Counseling, therapy and other activities must be given importance. The proposed site is at Moolamattam and it's a 16.4-acre land proposed by the government for the similar purpose. The site is located at a calm and quiet place north of Todupuzha River and surrounded by temples, churches, schools, hospitals and residential areas, which makes the site more adaptive to the rehabilitation process. The site has a gradual decrease of 1 meter towards the south, and the site edges are rubber plantations and other trees, which gives the space more privacy and also acts as a barrier. Towards the north of the site is the main road and the only access to the site. The south side of the site is a river facing, and the site is a contoured land with maximum 15-meter high from the road level. The slope analysis shows the highest and the lowest point of the site and also helps to understand its terrain. The natural valley created by the site can be used efficiently. Healing through the process of rehabilitation is very important. Hence, I've taken my special topic on healing gardens. These are effective if they foster the following elements like sense of control, social support, physical movement and exercise, access to nature and other positive distractions. Children learn by playing. Responsive environment and activity driven spaces showing activity results in a way to increase child activity in the future. When a child starts acting up and playing, he or she realizes that each and every activity affects the environment and learns that doing anything will have an effect on them which will help them in the future. This understanding will help them to build a better judgment about life and also help to regain their self esteem. The basic concept of the project is a defensible space theory proposed by Oscar Newman. The traditional explanation of crime falls into two categories of nature versus nurture. The nature theory stresses on the biological and hereditary of the individual, while the nurture theory stresses on the upbringing, surroundings, and the education of the person. Further studies lead to the opportunity theory, which points out various aspects which influences crime as shown in the chart. I am focusing on the very first of the chart, that is the offender itself. Defensible space theory focuses mainly on territoriality, natural surveillance, and imageability. Territoriality brings a sense of belonging, natural surveillance enables easier security, and imageability is the overall ambience of the space. It is the definition of that space itself. The site is divided into two: higher security region and a lower security region. The main difference of special home and children's home needs to be considered here. Special home, observation home, and aftercare home are taken care by Juvenile Justice Board or JJB. The special home consists of children who are sentenced after a crime. Observation is for children who are under trial and who are yet to be proven guilty. Aftercare is for children who have been sentenced but turned 18 after being sentenced. Separate isolation cells are also incorporated for difficult to handle children who have committed heinous crimes and find it difficult to be amongst others. When these are kids who are in conflict with law, the children's home children are the ones who are in need of care and protection. These kids are taken care by the Children Welfare Committee. These are the children fallen under circumstances or are the victims of crimes themselves. They need protection but requires less confinement, whereas the CCL kids need confinement and constant surveillance is required. Considering these factors along with the site contour and the concept, I have done my zoning. The site is accessed through the Todupura Mulamattam road towards the north of the site, which is the only entrance point to the site. The site is entered after the security check at the entrance gate. It is followed by the guest and staff parking. The entrance gazebo acts as a window which ensures a visual connectivity as we enter the site. The academic block is situated opposite to the entrance gazebo across the water body. The admin block is connected to the JJB and CWC block. This is where all the hearings and legal court meetings happen. The special homes are located on the either side of the main block. Special home is divided into three divisions. Observation home, that is children who comes under trial. They usually stay for a maximum of 3 months. Special home, it is for children who are sentenced and can stay up to 3 years. And comes the aftercare home, who are sentenced but have crossed the age of 18 years after being sentenced. And there is isolation cell for children who are out of control and who are not ready to mingle with other students. As we enter the special home block, we enter the admin block followed by the library and their workshop. The academic and residence is on either side of the admin block. They are provided with play areas and open grounds within the campus itself. They have individual tuition facility if required and is provided in the academic block, as they are not allowed to step out of the compound since they need confinement. Similar zoning is observed for the special home boys as well. The children's home is for children who are the victims of crime or circumstances who need support and care to lead a normal life. They are more free and is less confined. They are allowed to attend school and other events outside the campus if they are physically and mentally fit. For others, there are tuition and other facilities within the campus itself. Library and recreational areas are common for both girls and boys, while residences, academic, and admin blocks are separate. The pedestrian pathways inside each section is provided such that they can be a part of the environment and nature and also helps to enjoy the presence of healing garden throughout their journey. The basic elements of sense of control, socializing, physical movement and exercise, access to nature and positive distraction are achieved through this. The confinement can be psychologically reduced and can actually make them feel that they are much more free even after being constantly monitored. The main block is entered through the gazebo where the drop-off is. It is then led to the administration block across the water body over a deck. The administration block consists of a security area, a waiting lounge, followed by a surveillance room, office, and superintendent's room. It also consists of a general counseling room. The administration is then connected to JJB and CWC block. It is the two-story building and the building is entered to the central courtyard with a waiting area on either sides of it. It consists of an office, an NGO workers room along with a conference room and the courtroom at the ground floor. The first floor is the CWC wing. It consists of a waiting area, office space and a conference hall. The entrance of the administration block leads to a lobby. Waiting and visitors area have been provided along with surveillance room opposite to it. It is then followed by the office space, medical room and counseling room. It is a single story building. The counseling room opens to the outdoor healing garden with seating facilities. It is given in such a way that the counseling section can be conducted in the open in the garden to reduce the mental pressure on the children. It can help them in the process of rehabilitation. The waiting area is also facing the healing garden at the front. The visitors can also use the garden, which will help them to interact more freely. At the same time, the children can be monitored closely. From the administration, it exits to the library block. Open decks have been provided and outdoor garden seatings are also provided. The academic block consists of 5 classrooms. It is divided as per the age categories. Books and their study materials are kept in their classrooms itself. Music and dance rooms are also provided. The residential block is a three-level building zoned respectively for observation, special home, and isolation cells. The ground floor consists of kitchen, dining, workspace, caretaker's room, and observation dorm 1. The first floor consists of a TV room, observation dorm, a special home dorm, and uh, a recreational activity area. The second floor is the single rooms and cell area, which is for the isolation purpose. Each floor is provided with caretakers for security. Special home boys have similar zoning. We enter the admin to the surveillance room and waiting area, followed by the office, medical room, and counseling room. Here also, the garden space play an important role in the process of counseling. The admin is followed by their workshop area and then their library. It has open seating provided along with the healing garden. The academic block enters to a courtyard space. The classrooms are given for each age groups along with dance and music rooms. A general store is provided for the day-to-day things. The residential block is a three-story building zoned for the observation, special home, and isolation cells. The ground floor consists of dormitories, caretaker's room, dining hall, and kitchen. The first floor consists of dorm rooms, laundry area, caretaker's room, and recreational room for the special home kids. The second floor is for the isolation cell, and a caretaker's room is provided along with a recreational area. Children's home enters to a lobby and waiting area. From there, the girls and boys admin blocks are accessed. Office, surveillance, medical, and counseling facilities are provided separately at each blocks of girls and boys respectively. Separate waiting areas and visitors areas are also provided within the open healing garden. The dining and kitchen are common for them and hence kept at the center. The library is also a common amenity. It is also provided with open garden spaces and is followed by their recreational space. The academic block is again divided as per the age category and follows similar design for girls and boys. The residential block is a five-story building consisting of dorm rooms, caretaker room, and lifts. Central courtyard and gardens are also provided. The children's home section is provided with bird parks, horticulture spaces, and open grounds for their outdoor activities.